And lastly, one of the cons is a sit and spit incident. Spit, for real, spit. And let me tell you what happened. So I was riding the MTR, I ride the MTR to work every day. Like I said, it's the subway. And I was sitting down, and typically like when older people come onto the MTR and there's no seats, you would get up. But it was really empty today, so I had a seat. And there's a little girl and her father. They both came onto the MTR, and she was so cute. Little babies from Hong Kong, they be the little cutest little babies ever. But she came onto the MTR, and she sat right next to me, and I'm looking at her, and I'm smiling, and she's waving at me, like she's so cute. And her dad like yells at her, and he's like, "Come here." Well, I don't know what he really said. It was in Cantonese, but I figured he said, "Come here." And he yanks her arm, and he pulls her to the other side. And so they walk to the complete other side of this MTR. Then when we get off the MTR, that really confused me. I was like, okay, maybe she did something that got him mad before they got on, but that's that. So when we get off the MTR, I walked out, he walks out, and he steps directly in front of me. And I was just like, okay, am I walking too slow? Okay, let me be cool, because I don't know nobody out here. Let me be cool, for real, so I could be safe, and we'll be good. All of a sudden, he snorts, like, I'm not gonna do it, but he like snorts, and he like coughs up a big like loogie, like it was a big spitball, and he spits it towards my feet. And I looked at him, and I was just like, for real? Like, and I know that I shouldn't feel like this sense of isolation because of my skin color. Like, the melanin in my skin should not be used as a means for my oppression. Especially, you feel me, not in a place where I wanted to get away and I wanted to escape and I wanted to feel that sense of, you feel me, independence and freedom, like away from America, away from all the troubles and tragedies that we face back home. But even though it was like a really small incident, like that really stuck out to me. Most of these things I didn't really talk to anyone about. Like, sometimes I'll call my parents and I'll tell them what's going on, or my friends, or whatever it is. So this is really just my first time talking about everything and really just venting, I guess you can say. And the reason why I didn't want to tell nobody that loves me and truly cares about me is because I didn't want them to feel scared. I didn't, because when people love you and care about you, they'll get worried about you. I just want them to know that everything will be okay. And eventually everything was okay. So yeah, those were the cons. That was actually easier than I thought. I thought I was gonna get a little frazzled up, but you feel me, I'm a survivor. Anyways, going to the pros of being in Hong Kong. This is a great growing and learning experience for anyone. Like, coming to a new country where you don't speak the language, so there's already a large language barrier, and you don't know many people, and there isn't a lot of people that look like you. Like, you're really putting yourself in a very uncomfortable position in order to make yourself grow. So off tops, I highly encourage people to go abroad. Come to Hong Kong. It's not bad. It's really not. It was just certain things that I faced. Also, you'll definitely stand out. You're very different when you come to a foreign country. Obviously, you're the outsider. That can be a pro, but it can also be a con. And having friends who are foreigners is essentially a sign of status out here. Like, I met some students who were from Hong Kong who go to HKU, Hong Kong University, who were really proud to call me their friend. Like, they want to show me around. They want to introduce me to their friends. Like, you kind of, you don't fit in, but you feel me, like they want to show you around. Another pro about being in Hong Kong is, honey, there is no tax. Yes, I said it. There is no tax. It's a tax-free country. Everything is ridiculously cheaper, and there was no tax. So whatever I was going to get out there, I was going to get out here even cheaper. So you kind of just have to take advantage of that. And lastly, Hong Kong is a very organized country. Although it's extremely fast-paced, everyone's always on the go. It's really, really crowded, and there's skyscrapers everywhere just to fit everyone in. Despite all of that, it's still a very organized country. Let's go ahead and talk about the MTR, which is like their subway, like means of transportation. This MTR goes so fast, and it can take you from point A to point B in a matter of minutes. Like, for me to get to work, my job is roughly like, 7 miles away. That's only 3 MTR stops. 3 MTR stops literally takes me like 10 to 15 minutes. And you're going 7 miles in 10 to 15 minutes on public transportation. Like, that's amazing. That's amazing. And it'll really get you to where you need to go very fast. Also, when you check out of the MTR and you're trying to swipe your Octopus card to head out, these people in Hong Kong are very organized. Like, they'll literally stand in single filed lines. They'll single file themselves until they get up out of here. If we was somewhere else, like, and we were supposed to line up, nobody was about to line up. So I'm like, this is cool. Let me get in order with them, look like a local, blend in and tap out. So that's it with the pros. And lastly, we're going to move on to some tips. Some tips before you go to a foreign country or before you come to Hong Kong. 1, do your research. Research the country's language, the country's culture, and their history. It's really important to understand the history, or like that historical context that your country grew from and is currently at. And with having that background knowledge, or that, knowing a little bit more than everybody else before going to the country, makes you appreciate everything that you experience for real. Next, you need to be financially literate, okay? Know the conversions, because people in Hong Kong, when they see you, they know you're not a native, right? So they're going to try to play you. Like, they'll try to tax you a little bit more. If you go to like the ladies market, where they bargain with everything, if you're a native, they're not going to tax you. If you're not a native, they're going to tax you. So know the conversions and know how to spend your money wisely. Don't get too happy with your money just because it's cheaper. Another tip is have confidence in yourself. Move with a sense of determination and know where you're going to. Like, even if you're walking up and down the street and you're lost, like, no, don't look lost. Like, for real, don't look lost. But be confident in yourself, for real. Even if it's in your work setting, in school, in your classes, like, you really have to be confident in everything that you do, because that's the only way you're truly going to succeed with the greatest potential that you have. And with confidence, like, you really have to love yourself. Like, you really have to love yourself. Like, without really loving yourself, you won't let, anyone or anything objectify you or make you feel some type of way without that sense of self-love. And my last bit of advice is what they actually taught us this, like, literally the first day we got to Hong Kong, is empty your cup. Emptying your cup means having a great open mind and being willing to experience new things without having different misconceptions or stereotypes about the country that you're currently in. Honestly, like, if you truly want to free yourself and really be able to embody like these different experiences, you have to free your mind, like, especially if you really just expand your mind and expand your soul and truly just know what you're about. That does conclude the end of my YouTube video. Like, comment, subscribe if you really feeling it. Like I said, this is my own personal experience being a Black woman here in Hong Kong. I hope that some of you may have learned from this video. If you guys have any comments or suggestions or anything like that, feel free to comment below. Share this video. Maybe we can get to somebody and help them have a better experience when they go abroad. Yeah, okay. Bye, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. Stay tuned. Bye, guys.